Wrong Party, a game by Unstable Games. So let's learn how to play. First thing you're going to do is have everybody pick a little party hat. There's a bunch of different colors. The color doesn't really matter, and place them on the board. Everybody's going to start at one. And then as you go through the game, you get points. You move across the board. And then at the end of 3 rounds, whoever has the most points, so basically whoever is the furthest, wins the game. This is just a score tracker. This is just keep track of how many points everybody has, so you don't have to keep adding up stuff. You can just move it across the board. Makes things easier. Next thing you're going to do is take the party guest deck and the party theme deck, and you're going to shuffle them. Not together, separate. You're going to separate it, you're going to shuffle, and then you're going to shuffle. And you put this face down in front of everybody. And the party guests, everybody gets 6 cards, and then you put it face down, and then you need room for a discard pile. So your table should look something like this. You have your party guest deck, party theme deck, place for discard piles, where your each player's party little area is going to be, your scoreboard, and then your little party hats ready to enter the scoreboard and start, moving down the board while you get points. Now to get started, you're going to flip the top card of the party theme deck. Now that's going to be your theme for that round. There's all different kinds of themes, different colors, all the different, there's 4 different colors. So they have all the different colors, and there's multicolors, which we'll get into that later. And they have these symbols down here, which are important for later scoring and whatnot. We'll get into later. Now that you've chosen your party theme, everybody will take a party guest card from their hand and play it face down in front of them in their party area, and then lay 1 card face up in their uninvited guests pile. Like they'll be face up, and there'll all be 1 pile each turn you go. Will make more sense when you go around. And then once you do that, you can't look at the face down one until the reveal phase. This is just the draft phase where you're putting cards down. Now, once you have your card face down, that's the one you want, and the one face up, that's the one basically you want to move to the side. It's not going to count for points, but there's some abilities that allow it to move, or it can do an ability there. There's different, you do different strategies and whatnot. Or if you just don't want somebody else to have that card, you can just put it in your uninvited guest spot, and then nobody else will get that card. Because then, once you do that, you're going to take the rest of your hand and give it to the player to your left. And everybody else will do the same thing. So you'll get the person to your right's hand. That's your new hand now. So then that way, like, if the person next to you doesn't want you to have one of their cards, but they don't necessarily want to play it, they can just put it down in the uninvited guest pile. That way you can't get it. So then you're going to get your new hand from the person to your right, and then you're going to draw an additional card. Then everybody's going to do the same thing again. Place 1 card face down in the party area to the right of the first card. So basically you're going in order. Sure, here. You'll go in order. Start at the one side and then go to the in the same way, because when you reveal them, you do it one at a time in the order that you place them down. And then you'll put another one face up on the uninvited guest pile on top of the other one. And you'll do that. You'll keep going in a circle until everybody has 5 cards in their party area. So it should look like this. You have your 5 party guests, and then you have your little pile here of uninvited guests. Now that you finish the draft phase, it's time for the reveal phase. Now, starting with, it says the youngest player, or you can pick your own way, I guess. You start with the first card you did, you'll reveal it, and then the person to the left will reveal their first card, and then so on and so on, till back to the first person, they'll reveal their second card, and so on. So that way, if you have abilities, you'll reveal the card, it'll do whatever the ability is, if it has an ability, and it'll move along. Because there are some cards that let you steal from other people, or whatnot. There's a bunch of different things like that. Speaking of the party guests, there are 4 different colors: blue, purple, red, and yellow. They also coincide with, like, there's family friendly and political, but you can just look at the colors. The names just correspond with one of the colors. Now, each card also has point value. That's how many points you're going to get from playing them. And they have likes and dislikes, which are important for the party theme. You'll get points or lose points based on this during the scoring phase, which we'll get into a little later. Now there's also multicolored cards, which they have a little ability here. It says when you reveal the card, you have to pick which one it is the moment you reveal it. So that way you can put it down, and then depending on what cards you get later, you can basically decide what color you want it to be after everybody's played cards and stuff. But they don't have likes and dislikes. They just have the ability and the capability of being multiple color, or being two different colors. And they're influencer cards, which are cards with points. They don't have dislike or likes, but they're not a color. So the black isn't part of the color, but it has an ability that lets you do different things. And then there are actual effect cards, which have different effects. So you would put it down, and then when you reveal it, you do the effect, and then they leave your party area, and they don't have any points or anything. Now that everybody has revealed all of their cards, it's time for the scoring phase, which conveniently they have a little scoring phase quick reference guide on the back of the rule book right here. So you can go through and real quick just run down the list, and you get points. I just start at the top and just go to the bottom. So you collect points equal to the base point value of each party guest card that you have in your party area. That's this number. So you would just go through and add up all these points, get started. Add 2 points to your score for each party guest card in your party area that matches the color of the active party theme card. So say your party theme is blue. For every blue card you have, you get an extra 2 points. You get to add 1 point for every like, right here, the likes, that match the party theme. So it has little cross swords. So then you get a +1 for each one of those on all of your cards that you have it. But then on the other side, you have your dislikes here. So if your dislike matches the party theme, then you lose a point for each one you have. So basically you can like counter each other. You get +1, -1, +2, and then you get another -1, so on and so forth. Now, there are bonus points. So if you have one of each color in your party area, you get 5 bonus points. If you have 3 of the same color, you get 3 bonus points. 4 of the same color, 5 bonus points. And if you have all of the same color, you get 10 bonus points. And a good use of the multicolored ones. So you can put it down wanting it to be a blue. If you're able to get more blues, you can match it. You get to decide later on what color you want it to be based on, what cards you got to play after the fact. So you wanted to put it down and be a blue, but you got to play like 3 other purples. Now when you reveal it, you're like, oh no, I wanted to be a purple now. Now, how do you win? Well, I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the person after 3 rounds who has the most points, so basically whoever's furthest on your little score pad here, is the winner. That's wrong party. Oh, that's wrong party. See, it's upside down, right side up. Party wrong, wrong party. That's Wrong Party by Unstable Games. I really like it. As far as I know, there's no expansions for it, so it'd be interesting if they did. This is one of their kind of older, I think, a couple years old now, so who knows. They just launched a Kickstarter. This ended a Kickstarter. It made over $3 million for Twisted Cryptids, and they're going to have a whole bunch of stuff on there. I can't wait for that. It's going to be awesome. So if you backed it, awesome. If you missed it, it'll probably be on their store the end of next year, probably, because it won't actually come out, like be sent out till middle of next year. But either way, I'm really looking forward to that and some of the expansions that are going to come with it, and expansions for other games. There's a Here to Slay exclusive expansion. Well, it's not exclusive. I think they're going to be releasing it later for everybody, but Kickstarter people can get it during the Kickstarter. But either way, I'm looking forward to all that. It's going to be awesome. You should definitely check out the rest of their games. I have a whole playlist of just unstable games. They're all really great, really fun. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos.